Hey, what's up, guys? I want to do a quick video on how to get safer stop loss entries or safer stops for entries when you're trading ICT. So someone that messaged me and they asked me if I'm supposed to trade ICT with no stops because they heard that or something like that. And no, that's the number one way to get wrecked with ICT because stops get hunted and price reverses. But in the case that they don't, price aggressively moves against you. So you could think you're at a breakout level or reversal and end up here and price move against you and kill you. So you definitely don't want to not use a stop. What I prefer and what you're supposed to do is to look for a run on stops. So before every reversal, I'm looking for highs and highs to get ran and lows to get ran. When you look here, you see a high and you see a high that ends up getting ran. Just like that. You look here, this is actually a really good one. Here, you would see these 10-minute candles. We can go to a smaller time frame, like a 2. Find it. Sorry, guys, I get lost. There we go. On a smaller time frame, you can see there is a ton of liquidity being built here. So there are a bunch of traders who see that this area, their stops are protected, that this is support. They expect, because prices are realistically consolidating and moving sideways, we're probably going to push up because this is a very aggressive move up. What happens? They trust this level and they put their stops there. So this is also whenever there's stops, what do we have? We have liquidity. Boom, their stops get ran through. That run through pushes price to where it needs to go to trigger their buy. Now price aggressively reverses or pushes forward, continues to move up. It literally stopped them out for the fuel it needed for the trading. See, on multiple time frames that happens. These are the stop hunts. So you want to be waiting to see a raid first, then getting in. And usually you can get in and you'll be able to, a lot of people are going to put their stops usually in areas where they find the order block. You're able to get in here. Boom. That would be a good spot to put your stop after the raid. Now, if you're getting in pre-raid, a lot of people would say, this looks like it could be the order block for the first move. And this is the imbalance. You can measure the imbalanced area. And I'll look for OTE entry. And as you see, obviously, right here, drop that, you'll see right above the order block, we passed the 0.62. So this could be an OTE entry. You can get long here. Boom. Your lows can be at the order block or a swing low, depending on your risk management. This would be an early entry, but it would still technically be a small raid. But you're always looking to see if there is a run on stops before just getting in. So I'm always thinking of how can I protect myself in this trade and how can I put my risk as small as possible, as soon as possible. So when we come here to CL or oil, you can see the same thing happens. Right here, we're ranging right before the New York kill zone opens. These levels will be areas where traders think that their stops are protected. Keep in mind, these are people who are probably trading or aren't aware of some of these principles. So they would say, hey, this low has got to be safe because these lows haven't came to it. And I'm going to use the further back swing low, which would make a lot of sense. So people will get in long here and they're expecting the kill zone to open up. So they're probably taking entries like this. And if you're a traditional ICT trader, you're going to be targeting this high and possibly London's high. What happens? We open, the volatility kicks up, we run their stops. Then price moves up. So you're always wanting to wait to see a true run on stops. So I try and wait for my run-on stops to be accompanied with a break of structure and a potential order block and imbalance. So right here, you can see there technically wasn't really any major structure change, and there wasn't any major moves. This market was still very balanced, or known as a fair value market. What also could have helped you is understanding the timing window and understanding market context, that when the market opens, volatility kicks up. So you could expect that price is going to attempt to run all of these lows. So we actually didn't come down and run this low, but we did pretty far and ran every other low when we looked down. So we literally ran lows all the way to here. So you have to think they were able to grab that much liquidity from that run. Now let's look at NQ. See the exact same thing happens. This is actually a replay mode. Here, when I look here, I see this. That's an aggressive sell down. Looks like this could be my order block. I also see the imbalance candle. So if I were to measure it with the fib from the imbalance to the high, this is using the body, I would see my OTE area would be around here. So if I'm looking to take a long, I'm looking to have a limit order set somewhere in between. Some people like to do it at the start of the OTE. That way they don't miss moves. Other people, like me, I prefer to go deeper because I really miss some moves to be safer, especially if I'm trading futures. And then obviously you'll be targeting relevant highs. And this would still be a 3-to-1 risk to reward ratio. Now, if you were to push it up a little higher to the OTE, you still be a 2-to-1. I don't like taking 2-to-1s. I try and take 3-to-1s, but it's going to depend on the type of trader you are. So we play this out. You see right there, price hits OTE. That would trigger me in if I had a limit order. Once I'm in personally, so let's say my entry is here, I'm watching and I'm waiting to see how quick I can put my risk to 0. So let's forward it, one more candle. Price moves up. And I accidentally forwarded it all the way. But the moment this price moved up and this candle moved up like that, I more than likely would be moving my stop up to my area invalidation is now entry. So now I have a break even. Price comes back here, I'm stopping out. And that's how you're able to let it run. That's how you protect yourself and take safer entries using OTEs and understanding stops and reads. I hope that helped you guys. I'll make a lot more videos like this. All right, take care.